Hello, and thank you for choosing ProspectX. Today, I wanted to do a video covering the website module. I got here by clicking on website on the left-hand side. If you're not subscribed to this yet, go to your billing and subscribe from there. We're now just looking at a list of my sites. We can start here. If we have a domain, we can point it following these directions, and depending on where the domain is registered, we have the specific help article to guide you how to do that. But it really is as simple as these steps. More often than not, this is all that you would need to do. But let's say you don't already own the domain, you want to purchase one, that's completely fine. We have that ability to, let's just add a site from scratch. First, we choose what the category is. Of course, we'll choose real estate, and now we have the ability to choose either website or landing page. The difference is as simple as this. The web page is multi-page, and a landing page is just a single page. For this example, let's just do the landing page. We have 3 different design templates that you can choose from: the X Brown, Modernistic, or Vacation. For this example, let's choose Modern. Now I just have the general settings. I need to fill all the required fields. It will automatically just enter this kind of text for you, but by all means enter in the correct info, and we'll kind of proceed from there. So let's say we buy your home for cheap. That's my terrible business name. Everything else that is required is already filled in, so I'll go ahead and click next. Now it's saying, let's choose a domain. Do we want to buy one? Do we already have one? Or do I want to just add it later? For this example, I'll just say, let's add it later. I want to review and kind of proceed with building this site first, and then we'll go ahead and take care of the domain later. So it's this top one here. It gives me a dummy link in place for my domain until I'm ready to either buy a domain. You enter it in, search to see if it's available, and you could purchase that from there. Or you could, of course, enter in your own domain and point that. It's as simple as that. If you have any questions, ask our support team. But yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of jump right into it. We have a few different actions that we can do. We can preview, we can edit. If this was a web page as opposed to a landing page, we can view the blog, which looks like that. We can delete or go to the dashboard. First, let's just preview kind of the standard page that we have here. So this is what the customer would actually see when they go to your website after you have submitted the domain. It's a simple form that we can then connect to our ProspectX account, or we can connect it to Zapier and send these leads wherever we need. We could actually come in and edit that site that we were just looking at here, and our X Builder will be shown. The X Builder is actually really straightforward, guys. This is really easy to use. Let's say you have an image you want to just drag and drop somewhere, right? You drop it, it shows up here. We can now move it wherever we need to. We can change the settings. What size is it? Background color, text color, any sort of typography that we could include, spacing. We can add padding as well to any of the corners that are needed. If a border is needed, we could always add that as well. And the background image itself, we can just choose a file from our system and add it directly there. Oh, it's too large. I added a large file just from a random one. But yeah, you just kind of, you choose that file, you drag and drop, select it, you're good to go. The way that I drag and dropped actually applies for anything that you see here. So if you see a counter, let's say you want a counter up top. We could come in, change any of the components that we need. We could duplicate, we could remove it, kind of do whatever we need to do. The same thing with the YouTube video. Come in here, we'll actually be able to just add that URL directly here. If you have a thumbnail, you can always add that thumbnail here. So instead of just the default plain, you could have whatever image you like shown. And that really is how simple everything here is to use. We have forms. The form that you had already saw, there's already one included, but here's the brand new form. I could get a name and email from this person, get their offer now kind of thing. We have buttons that we could use, drag and drop, guys. We try to make this as simple and intuitive as possible, but we do have a few help options to just kind of guide you a bit better if you need. You can always see how the site will look on a tablet, on a phone, things like that. So you can design the elements to fit specifically what you need. We also have just kind of these large blocks you can drop. Let's go back to here. So like this whole section is a block. So these are how these would work. You could just kind of add on to your page if you needed another block. Maybe you have an image gallery of a few properties that you've already closed. You could drag and drop and do that there. We'll go ahead and just save and exit. So any changes that we had made, we want to make sure that we have those saved, and we're going back to here. So that was how we edit and preview. We could of course delete, but I'll show you real quick how the dashboard functionality works. So here we could just kind of keep track of all the open leads that have actually been created from the web form that you have attached to your website. Need to, like I said, we could send our leads to Zapier, but of course, if we want to just send them directly to our CRM, we can go to CRM and toggle this on. We'll choose which form, or like what will be added where. So the seller lead name, of course, will be name, phone number, email. And any web form that we do have on that, we can configure to add those as well. But as soon as we're done, we'll click save and we're good to go. That really is how easy it is to make a landing page or a website from scratch, guys. I hope you found this video informative, and thank you so much for choosing ProspectX.